Welcome to our VirtuaLaw legal analysis series. In today's episode, we will discuss the case of Valdes vs. RTC BR.102, QCG.R. number 122749, 260 SCRA 221. This landmark case was decided by the Supreme Court of the Philippines on July 31, 1996. Let's dive right into it. Facts. Antonio Valdes and Consuelo Gomez were married on January 5, 1971. They had 5 children. On June 22, 1992, Valdes filed a petition for the declaration of nullity of the marriage on the ground of psychological incapacity. The trial court granted the petition and declared the marriage null and void. The trial court also directed the parties to start proceedings on the liquidation of their common properties. Gomez objected to the liquidation of the properties, arguing that the family code did not contain any provision on the procedure of liquidation of common property in unions without marriage. Issue: whether the family code applies to the liquidation of common property in unions without marriage. Ruling: yes. The family code applies to the liquidation of common property in unions without marriage. The family code is a comprehensive code on family relations, and it should be interpreted liberally in order to achieve its objectives. The provisions of the Family Code on the liquidation of common property in marriage are also applicable to unions without marriage, by analogy. This is because the principles underlying the liquidation of common property in marriage are also applicable to unions without marriage. For example, the principle of co-ownership applies to both marriages and unions without marriage. This means that the property acquired by both parties during their union, in absence of proof of the contrary, are presumed to have been obtained through their joint efforts. The court affirmed the decision of the trial court, but modified it to provide that the liquidation of the common properties shall be governed by the provisions of Article 147 of the Family Code. Significance: this case clarified that the Family Code applies to the liquidation of common property in unions without marriage. This is important because it provides a legal framework for the dissolution of these unions and the distribution of their assets. The case also established that the principles of co-ownership and good faith apply to the liquidation of common property in unions without marriage. This means that both parties must cooperate in the liquidation process and that they must act in good faith in order to reach a fair and equitable distribution of the assets. That's all for this episode. Stay tuned for more legal insights in our future episode. Remember, understanding landmark case helps us comprehend the intricacies of our legal system. See you next time. Like and subscribe.